Shalom, family. It's your girl Jetty, Empress Jetty, the rabble rouser. Y'all be glorified, y'all be magnified, y'all be praised. I hope you're swell. Dig it. Please check out my YouTube channel. Yay! Black Enlightenment, as well as there's a Facebook page. And I did do like Instagram and all that stuff, y'all, but I don't know how to work them yet, so give me some time. Um, but today we're going to talk about accountability. We don't have a lot of time to dawdle. So check out the Culture on the YouTube channel, guys. That's a playlist, some original songs by me, sharing, caring. Tell me what you like. Moving on. Accountability. What accountability is. In accountability, the subject establishes the goal or the standard. I'm the subject and I want to gain 15 pounds. I am the subject. I have decided I want to gain 15 pounds. Okay? What accountability cannot include, right? You can hold me accountable to the 15 pounds I want to gain. What accountability is not is someone else feels like I should gain 15 pounds, right? So an outside person cannot be imposing onto another person some standard or goal and expect that there is some sort of accountability relationship there. There's no accountability when the person, the actor, right? The person that you are expecting to make whatever changes or maintain whatever it is, if they have not agreed to, and I would go so far as to say, no, let's just say agreed to this trajectory, there's no such thing as accountability. Okay, anything outside of that context where you, for whatever reason, feel like they need to boo 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 boo, or the doctor said boo 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 boo, or anything, if it did not come from that person and they did not say, yes, this is my goal and my standard, anything that you do to try to drive whatever it is that you're trying to drive is some form of witchcraft, okay? I know that's kind of a stretch for some of you, but just think of witchcraft as any time you are trying to bend the will of another person, right? Um, to, yeah, let's just leave it at that, okay? Um, so, um, so with me being the person who has assigned to myself the goal or standard, then I am responsible for all of the action steps, right? So that would mean if I wanted to gain 15 pounds and then I say to you, will you help remind me? And you say, I will call you twice a day to have you work out, right? For 5 minutes. And then when you call me, I don't answer the phone, or when you call me and say, hey, it's time to work out, I'm busy, and all of this, and then it breaks down, and then 3 months later, I didn't gain my weight, or I don't know if I could gain 15 pounds in 3 months. That's unheard of for me unless I were pregnant. But anyway, you gain or you don't gain the weight, and then when I can't now hold you accountable for not getting me in shape. You said you were going to get me in shape. That's not how that works, right? Like, I am accountable because I am the person with the goal. So when you call me, right, it's my responsibility. Whatever is going on in my life or yours, it's my responsibility to make that a priority. It's not your responsibility now to harass me into it, to argue with me on the phone for 10 minutes, right, about how we agreed. Like, that is not, that person doesn't owe you that, okay? Now, if that person, yeah, let's just stick with the list. Anyway, so parts of accountability are reminders, action based markers, right? Like, we see you're doing it, and so we recognize that, maybe we up the game, or we see you're not doing it and we recognize that, and there are consequences, right? But there's always action steps. There's always a, from this point, what I need you to do is, right? Or this will get you back on track. There's always a this will get you back on track. Now, if it's a nagging situation, there's never a way back on track typically, right? It's usually based on emotion, right? And so there's not necessarily a way to reroute where then you could neutralize the emotion. Whereas in an accountability situation, if you say, okay, now when I call you, you work out. And I say, okay, you're right, it's my goal, and I said I was going to do it, and thank you for this hard talk, you're right, I'm a big lazy. And so you go out the door, and to test me, you call me from outside the door, right? Now I can take the action step to correct it. Boom, back. Now we're back on, right? Because that person is not going to keep calling you and begging you to do what you said you wanted to do, right? But the nag is going to harass you to do what you said you want to do, what other people wanted you to do, what nobody ever said you wanted to do, things that you said you never wanted to do, right? Someone harassing you to do things that they want you to do, that are things that you have always told them you have zero interest in doing, is not holding you accountable. At first, I don't know why people, what part of no, I'm not interested, right? I don't know, green eggs and ham. Sometimes you got to beg a little while, but y'all pleased with us, so let me have grace. But listen, the struggle be real, right? So, with accountability, you must have mutual respect. If the two parties don't respect one another, you cannot have an accountability relationship. Which is why I think it is really silly that you people think you can hold like politicians accountable, billionaires and them accountable. You don't have a relationship of respect with them. They don't respect you, and you don't respect them. You don't do what they say just because they say, and they don't do what you say just because you say. Like, they're living their best life and they ain't think about you, and vice versa. So like, you're not going to have accountability. Accountability only exists where we have a relationship, and a part of that relationship is based on some common goal, or some goal that I have that you're helping me achieve, or you have that I'm helping you achieve. Right? Okay. So, nagging exists in the unresolvable place. Right? It's like, even after you correct it, there's still the nagging. Right? Like, but I did work out. Right? I can't be calling you with this workout stuff anymore because you playing. What do you mean? I worked out every time except that one time when I was driving to the hospital. Right? That's like different, right? Because like you've taken the accountability steps. Typically you're on it, but now because of the circumstances, the person's like, well, I can't do it. It's unreasonable. It's not based on your progress. It's just based on how they feel in the moment, right? Or whatever. I hope I'm not being too weird. I didn't want this to be more than 5 minutes, so I don't know. Anyway, y'all be easy out there. Be safe. Crazy. These times are perilous indeed. If you got sense, you'll get up under y'all wings.